another episode of the Moneyline Podcast.
It's been a couple of weeks.
What season? Season 2? 3.
Season 3
of the podcast.
It's not by year; it's by season.
I am.
So you have 2 seasons in the year.
No, it's
3 months.
by sports
By
football
sports
season,
right?
Off season.
and then football season.
Yeah.
So it's only football you guys do.
No,
No.
Basketball.
I mean, because you got the World Cup
dabble.
coming up, right? I
that's
mean,
true.
they're doing the draw today.
They are
Oh,
this
yeah.
afternoon.
And please don't give David any ideas. I'd have to start keeping up with the details of
of
He
countries
goes, every night
matters.
he goes and
Pickle-
the greatest
pickleball
sport in the world?
championships.
soccer. No, the greatest sport in the world outside of the U.S.
As my son, he knows. He's seen his little soccer prodigy. He'll come up and he'll be like, "Daddy, why are you watching football or football?" What does he say? He said, "Why are you watching football?" He's like, "You should be watching football. That's the real football."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
"Oh
Fooling you.
boy,
There
here we
you
go."
There you go. I'm very excited today. 1, because it's a big weekend in sports, but 2, because I've had a long-time friend. Man, I've known you for 12 years probably? I think
Longer than that.
I think it's longer than
Longer
that.
than that, yeah.
Everyone, please meet Dr. Asif Chaudhry.
Thank you. Thank
Welcome,
you for
Mr.
having me.
Chaudhry.
Another Chaudhry.
Pleasure having you on. As you know, this is called the Moneyline Podcast, and we are intrigued by how people make money. So if you
Who
can
told
just...
you I make money? Start there. I might be in the wrong spot.
Cut! We're done. Can you
Thanks
cut-
for coming today.
It's been a pleasure, yeah.
God bless. Good night.
On the sports. Yeah.
I thought I was this is what you don't do.
Yeah, right. We can talk about that too.
So, Asif, what is it that you do for a living?
So in basic terms, I'm a doctor, right? I mean, I think the scrubs and the outfit kind of give it away. I practice interventional pain management or interventional spine stuff. But what I guess is unique about me, and one of the rare things, is most doctors are going to work for a big institution nowadays. Memorial Hermann, Methodist. They're gobbling everybody up. UT Ortho. I'm still one of the dinosaurs of having my own practice. So I'm a doctor, but be a business owner.
There you go.
So let me ask you this, just for the people out there so they know if they ever have an issue, where to go to. Do you mind if you say where you work at?
No.
Plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a picture.
Houston Pain and Spine is the name of my practice. We got an office in the Woodlands, Galleria, and a satellite office in Kingwood.
So now you know
Cool.
you can kind of put a name to
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Houston Spine. I see
and
his label all the time.
yeah,
Houston Spine.
and a little spinoff. I'm doing some of the peptides wellness stuff. Getting into
Are
that.
you?
Yeah. And so Go Well route.
Okay,
Yes.
well, we're gonna need.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
I'm
gonna talk
actually
about that.
literally wearing a brace as we speak.
GoWellRoute.com.
Go Well Route.
Yeah, and it's all telemedicine.
Really?
Medicines are delivered to your door. Yeah,
Like the
Very
syringes
cool.
and everything.
everything.
Dang.
Everything.
I couldn't do that
I
though.
couldn't do it either.
That's
Yes,
what
you
you
could.
think.
Man,
It
you
is
guys are
it's a
grown-ass
little.
I used to do
It's a little insulin needle.
No, first of all, you are the worst when it
No,
comes
I
to
did
needles.
do it. I did whenever I
I
was
understand
trying.
that, but when COVID first happened,
Yeah, he couldn't even do the little
he
prick.
couldn't prick his
That's-
finger. It was a blood test.
There's a
okay?
very embarrassing video
It
of
took.
me.
I have a very embarrassing video. He like took 10.
minute, you
It took
grabbed
like
it?
15
You
minutes
went-
for him to gain the courage to prick
his
his
own
finger. To do no, someone else had to do it because he's
isn't
like,
your
I
whole
can't
motto? Was it David versus Goliath?
Yeah.
This was,
That was Goliath.
yeah.
It's a lifestyle
That was-
change.
yeah.
Okay,
Goliath couldn't take you down, but that pinprick.
But I tell you, that blood prick, that's it.
It is.
So let me get this straight. You went from you couldn't do this to you doing the whole hip injection?
Yeah. So it's not a hip. It's in your like fatty areas. So
Yeah.
I had a.
So everywhere.
So now, yeah. pretty much. Now I have my fiance, or she was doing it, but I was doing it for 3 months and everything was fine. And then literally
Doing
from
what?
1 month to the next, Samoralin
Yeah.
and G something.
GHKCU.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So I was taking both of those, and then
That's
after,
why you have good skin and hair.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
after the 3rd month, I had a severe
Reaction?
allergic reaction. Yeah. What is it? How is that?
Diagnose him, please.
I know, right?
Dr. Chaudhry.
Bad batch.
Hold on. We're violating all kinds of HIPAA laws right now. but-
He's like, here's a picture of my rash.
He actually got you in for a free.
This is a consult.
He's like, okay, we can't talk about money, but let's go down a different avenue. That's a good host, right? I mean, that was a good transition.
No, so honestly, I stopped taking it after that because it was such a bad reaction.
So is that normal?
It was Samorlin. So we see it a lot with some of the other derivatives. So what it could be is, and what most likely, I don't know what pharmacy you were getting your stuff from,
Okay.
but the preservatives in there. It's usually the preservatives that people have the reactions to.
And is that pharmacy based or is
Compound based? Yeah.
The pharmacy doesn't make the.
Yeah, compound
Yeah.
pharmacies
Oh
do.
yeah, they make them.
That's how you're able to sell it
because these
cheaper, too.
molecules are just little amino acid chains that your body are in your body anyways. So you can't really have an allergic reaction to that.
This is
But
a
what
moment,
you're
it's
having
gonna
a
go
reaction.
viral right here.
Huh?
This right here, like learning about this, like that right there.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay,
But
you
it's
just ruined
usually-
it now.
You can go viral.
the molecules.
Can you
Come
say
on.
that again?
We're talking
about to go
amino
viral.
acids versus the cartel. I think
Yeah.
that's a big difference.
Okay, so tell us about, as far as your practice goes,
Yeah.
what got you into it?
Oh, that's a good question. So growing up in a Pakistani Indian household, there were only two options for me. It was either you're going to be a doctor or you're going to be an engineer.
So is that a real thing? Like the
That's
pressures?
a real thing.
Sure.
Really?
Absolutely.
No dentist. No.
I
fireman,
actually
no
wanted
cops.
to be a dentist, believe it or not.
You got
I
very
always
nice
said,
teeth, so.
thank you.
You do.
He's smiling. He's smiling all day now.
All this in this mouth. You think so?
I
He
was,
goes to the dentist
Oh, he does.
extra.
So now we're really going on a tangent, but I was planning to apply to dental school. And David knows this, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I went to college up in Canada at Montreal at McGill. And it was summertime, and my friends were all taking the MCAT. And they were like, well, just come take the MCAT with us. And I was like, well, I don't want to go
For
to
fun, you know.
Yeah, they were like, I don't want to go to medical school. They were like, well, what else are you going to do? I'm like, party and drink. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're like, well, you do
Montreal,
that
yeah.
year round. Just change it up a little bit. I was like, all right, fine. I'll go study for 2 weeks and take the MCAT. Well,
What could it hurt?
what could hurt? Like, okay, yeah, it'll help prepare me to take the dental exam, right? Well, I scored the best out of all of our friend group.
Of
And so they were like,
course.
well, you're going to medical school. And that's literally the tangent that
Wow.
kind of got me in medical school. But
You
going back, now this may go viral
You accidentally became.
because he doesn't even know
You
this.
can't preface
I
that.
love this.
Well,
Reality.
You're killing the viralness.
Kelvin Sampson,
Yeah.
UH basketball coach. He was my neighbor when I was growing up, and I used to babysit his kids.
What?
And his daughter had bad asthma. And this is way before they had cell phones and all that stuff. And I was babysitting them, and she had a bad asthma attack. And I'll never forget that feeling of the, like, just helplessness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of not knowing what to do, We're trying, I'm like, inhaler, well, you
How
know.
old were you at the time?
I was probably 14,
Oh, man.
maybe, you know? And just having to call the restaurant on a, you know, pick up a phone and call the
Phone book or
restaurant. And
whatever.
they had to go get
Find
the
him,
parents and be like, hey,
Wow.
Oh, no cell phone.
there's no, this is back in the late 80s, early 90s.
yeah.
So
Oh, man.
I remember that kind of helpless feeling. And I was like, I never want to feel that again.
I mean, it's those triggers that make you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
And I never really like put it together until someone asked me that. Because always the answer was, well, I only had two options. I tried, actually, my first year in college, I did chemical engineering because my dad was like, you know, you got to do one of these. My dad's a civil engineer. And he really wanted me to be a civil engineer and work with him. You know, I think every
Sure. Every father wants
father kind of has that,
legacy.
oh, my son, he's going to, you know. And so I was like, I'm not really into that engineering stuff. So I was like, well, chemical, that sounds like science. And so I was like, let me do it. And then I get in there and
It wasn't what you thought.
nothing. Heat tables, steam tables, all this weird stuff, you know.
Science.
And I was like, no, I don't know what. It's more like organic chemistry type stuff. It wasn't true the science I like. I like physiology, biology, you know, those
Yeah,
types of things. how the body works, stuff like that.
It's funny you say that. I remember the trigger for me whenever I guess it was a combination of them, but our family, when we grew up in a smaller town, and if they hear this, I hope they don't. But our uncles were not, they were troublemakers, and some of them would go be in jail or prison, stuff like that, and it was just kind of, I guess it happened, so it was just kind of accepted, and I just thought about it, and I was like, I don't understand why this is so acceptable.
Normalized.
Right.
Yeah, normalized. Yeah.
And we saw it all the time, and it was just, to the point where we thought it was normal. And I remember a teacher of mine in 3rd grade told me, she's like, you can be better than that. Like, you don't don't think this is normal, like all this stuff. And I'll never forget
Being in
that.
and out of jail, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from then on, she had like instilled that into me, and I think I had wanted to be a lawyer since I was like 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
wow.
it was just kind of something that I saw, and I didn't even know what it meant, you know. But I guess at the time it was more like a criminal lawyer because I didn't want to feel that underrepresentation anymore.
Yeah.
And then I realized that you kind of plateau with money from a criminal aspect. So I was like, let me see where I can go, where I can actually make more money, and that's how I am where I am now. But it's interesting that you say that, the triggers that make you do the things you want to do.
Yeah.
So there's little moments in time that will kind of change your path.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what is it about your practice or your business that you wish more people knew about that they don't know?
Oh, man. There's so many things. I mean, where do I even start? I think things I wish people knew that they don't know.
I have a follow-up question about that because it kind of...
That's really a hard question for me to think about what to talk about because there's so many things. Everyone knows the hard work. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows how much we go to school. Everyone knows the sacrifices. I think the thing that maybe wasn't always in medicine that now is that people don't realize is that doctors aren't as independent as they used to be.
Yeah.
And now medicine is really influenced and care is really influenced by insurance companies.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that frustrates me is that is, they're so controlling, and seeing that.
It's not even
so
controlling.
interlocked.
They just are telling us what we can and cannot do. Yeah. So that doctor-patient relationship has really changed. And I was at the tail end of it, but when I came out, it was still in the good times.
Yeah.
When you could be a good doctor, take care of your patients, make good money.
Yeah.
And that's all changed.
And then, do you mind if you share a couple of details? Are they just super restrictive on what is allowed, or
just the amount of paperwork, rules, hoops you
the
gotta
coverages,
jump.
like what you can, what they will cover, what they won't cover?
Coded.
I mean, it's funny because you talk about this because where I work out, my locker, there's a ENT doctor his locker's next to mine, and he just came in and he was just dejected yesterday. And I was like, dude, what's going on? He's like, I can't get anything covered for my patients anymore. He's like, I spend more time fighting with insurance companies than I do taking care of patients.
That's just
and I think there's this, and I have my theories on this, but this idea that doctors are just out there, that they're just hoarding a bunch of money, they're making all this money, they don't really care about patient care, that we're the reason healthcare costs are so high.
That's what the insurance
right?
tells everybody, yes.
Yeah. But if you look at it, doctors are only 8% of all the money that's spent on healthcare.
Right.
And we went from 10%, they've cut us down. Now we're 8% of the big pie. Because the reason your health insurance is so high, the reason healthcare costs are so high is because of physicians making so much money. Yeah. And I tell my kids every day now, I'm like, look, if you want to be a doctor, do it because you love what you're doing. Do it because you love taking care of people, because the money isn't there like it used to be.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the thing that people don't know or realize about where healthcare is going, and I think that's why you're seeing so much burnout with physicians.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing a lot of physicians. Sorry.
Can you elaborate on that breakdown? Explain, if the doctors are 8%, where does the other 92%?
Most of it's going to be insurance companies, profits. But you've got hospitals in there, you've got ancillary, you've got middlemen. You know, middlemen are a big part of it. But it's not the actual payments that are going to doctors that are driving up the cost.
Gotcha. Now, that's our biggest gripe also. That I was dealing with a different type of insurance company, but we do deal with the health insurance side as well.
I have a question for you that's somewhat related, but it's to the practice, and it's just because I saw it this week. Somebody came to me, and two people actually, and I guess they watch social media.
Okay.
And I'm curious if you have seen an uptick in people being, so we have these Google attorneys. That's what we call them, who think they Google things and all of a sudden they...
Yeah.
So
Google.
I'm wondering if they see these social media posts and they're like, oh, well, it's this, or I don't need to go to an MD. I can do this holistic whatever. And I'm not saying a lot of that doesn't work. I'm not. But I have a big saying. In the legal field, we have a saying. It's called cite your source. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just want you to show me your source where you're like deriving this information from. And then I can make an educated decision from there. Yeah. And I just don't know if you've seen an uptick in stuff like that.
So we have a different saying in the medical world. We always say Google never passed medical school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Which, yes, there's I think it's twofold, right? Access to information, whether it's accurate or not. And where I really see this, which is interesting, and I talked to this about with my colleagues, is my traditional medical practice, which has tons of data. There's tons of data that shows the evidence that this is effective. And I have to sit and explain this to patients. My wellness side, which is brand new, there's very little data out there. A lot of this stuff it's all off-label.
Yeah.
Some of it's investigational.
We
don't know 5 years what's going to happen. And patients will come and be like, I want this, this, and this.
Because of something they saw on.
And I'm like, well, I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. I don't care. I want this, this, and this. My trainer said, this is what. Yeah. And it's like, it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And I think, one, like I said, is information. But I think, two, in the medical world, because of some of the things that are going on with the current administration, with vaccines, with the whole COVID debacle, there's like a little bit of this apprehension that medical doctors are kind of
Quacks.
Hocus pocus. They're just doing this stuff to make money.
Out there for themselves, right?
I think what bothers me is trigger words. I hear people say trigger words that I know they didn't come up with themselves. And for example, like when you say that, I hear, oh, well, just because they're a medical doctor, they're just they're looking out for, they get paid by the pharmaceutical companies. And I'm like, there's science to this. And they say, well, it's not just science. I'm like,
what do you mean it's not just science?
What else is it?
Yeah.
I mean, holistic therapy. Well, the Chinese have been using this for thousands of years. That's true. And I'm not taking anything away from any of that stuff. But there is a healthy medium here.
Correct.
You know,
there's a balance to everything.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the pendulum always swings to extremes.
Yeah.
And I think we're in one of those extremes right now.
Well, right now,
That
especially with
era.
social media, so it's just you get real information, accurate information, and then all this disinformation.
I had
and
the reason why I brought this up was because I had a relative of mine show me that they purchased this bottle of supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is it? And he was like, oh, well, it kills parasites. And I was like,
Do you want to say what the supplement was?
Can you give me more information? I don't know what the supplement was.
Yes, you do.
I don't know the name
of the actual supplement. He knows what was in the supplement.
What's in it.
Yeah. And he's like, well, it kills parasites. I was like, okay. Like,
do you have parasites?
what is it? I was like, for what? And he's like, well, it's just supposed to be like to kill everything. And I was like,
good for the gut.
I'm trying to understand what that means. I was like, can you understand? Like, is your gut bad? Like, I'm trying to. Are there problems? Like, tell me more. He's like, well, it's good for the gut. good for the gut. And I'm like, where are you hearing this from? So I started Googling this company. Company is based in another state. I was like, looked up their home office. Their home office is an empty lot. And I started just looking up this company, like what it was. And I was like, where did you find this information? And sure enough, you found social
Facebook.
media, some podcast that was selling whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, guys, if you want some supplements, we're selling them right now. No,
Right
just
now.
kidding.
So the Salazar supplement.
yeah. But no, so I was looking at it and I was just like, why did you buy this? He was like, well, it can't hurt to take it. And I was like, debatable.
People overdose on
but-
supplements all the time.
But and they're not
Yes.
regulated at all.
And nothing's
Well, that's the
regulated
key
by FDA.
thing.
Yeah.
When you said supplements, I already
Yeah.
knew where we were going with this. So supplements just have to prove they don't cause harm.
Right.
They don't have to prove they're beneficial.
Yeah.
Or that
For
they
how
do what
long?
they say they're
They
going
do
to
what
do.
they
They don't.
say
They don't
Yeah.
have to prove any
No.
of that. Just are they going to do?
Is
Are they
it
going to
gonna
grow
kill
you a
you?
tail? Are they going to
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
third eye?
But what's the time frame like? What's that like? How
If you go a tail in
if you
5
take
years,
this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's probably a lot of it is just anecdotal. They go and look at data. They continue to analyze data, but only when it starts, there's bad
Affecting
outcomes.
people.
Yeah, does somebody come in and regulation take over? But pharmaceuticals, the amount of rigor they have to go through to get approval.
I agree.
Crazy.
And I think so. He was like, well, FDA approved doesn't mean that it's healthy. And I can't argue with him on that, because that's another.
Well, that
that's
goes back to what's going on right now, right?
That's a whole other
now,
thing,
there's just, it's sad.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, everything that, my background, my sister worked for the FDA and we argue all the time.
Yeah.
She finally left. She had enough, but she's very,
just cheered. She ran off by arguing with her. That is funny.
but we argue about it. But she's
Yeah.
very like,
She lost that battle though.
not in her mind. Not in her mind. Not her, and she was working on the early COVID stuff.
Really? Wow. I was we had a
And I was like, I don't know. She's like, the data's there. Yeah. But she brought up a good thing. Everyone was talking about all this mRNA stuff and all. This wasn't a new technology.
Right. It's been around.
It's been around for
decades.
20, 30 years to treat cancers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not new
You
stuff.
know? People have no qualms putting Botox, fillers,
yeah.
implants, anything
Concrete.
concrete.
Rubber cement.
Yeah, rubber cement.
Anything that's for aesthetics, they have
They gloss over.
no issue.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people? One of the funniest things for me was the amount of people that were anti-vaccine, and they're like, "I need Ozempic."
Don't even don't even
And
get me
I'm
started
like,
on that. I'm
well-
like, yeah.
Vanity versus health.
I think
Yeah.
my issue with that
So
is
it's not that-
this weird anti-vax thing to me sprang out of nowhere, considering you had to have vaccines to put your child into school. You had to have. This is not new stuff. You've been giving your child this,
And we know
since
it
they
works.
were born. It works.
There's no polio. There's no smallpox.
right.
Yeah.
There is
There's
now.
no measles.
Now all of a sudden, this one vaccine comes up, and I don't know, I'm anti-vax. No, you're not, because if you want your child in school, you're gonna give them that vaccine.
No,
Otherwise,
they
you're gonna
have
homeschool them.
waivers now.
waivers now. That-
Now,
yes.
Florida.
But
Yeah.
now, but it wasn't until COVID hit that all of a sudden there's this huge anti-vaccine. Nobody was against vaccines prior to that.
No one thought twice about it.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need to get these shots because your kids got to go to school. Everybody just understood that
This is the way you do.
this is the way what you're supposed to do. And so I don't understand where it came from.
I do.
We now have a whole problem with it.
We know where it came from.
Yeah. It's I mean
Where'd it
disinformation.
come from me?
Yeah.
Where'd it come?
It's-
Enlighten me.
Say the words.
beep, 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 beep. Motherfucker.
So, moving on, what aspect of your practice frustrates you that you wish more people knew about?
Insurance.
Well, we
Yeah,
talked
right.
about it.
Yeah,
Insurance
yeah,
company.
So, and we have a lot of it's insurance for us. A lot of it is we talk about we cannot reason with unreasonable people.
Right.
And
I think there are a lot of parallels there. I'm
Yeah.
sure you see a lot of unreasonable people.
Oh my God, yes. Well,
Bad patience.
I don't want to say it's bad patience. I just think in general in society right now, the amount of entitlement
Yeah.
and the
Correct.
amount of where's the magic wand that's just going to fix me overnight.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, well, that's not really how
Yeah.
this works.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's a generation. You know what? I think what you had said earlier is true.
It's not all generational.
It's not. No. I think it's the access to so much information, good and bad.
Correct.
You know, and I think the availability of that is
Yeah, it cuts both ways.
it does.
And it depends on where your mind goes, what you're disciplined to.
Yeah, before you had to go research. You had to
believe.
open an encyclopedia. You had to go read a book.
Yeah. And now if you
find
see it
out
1, 2,
information.
3 times,
Yeah.
4 times over and over, then they start to believe it. Or
Well, not just that, but like what was in an encyclopedia or whatever, the information that you could access before had to be proven.
Right.
Yeah.
You couldn't publish.
You couldn't
something,
publish something that was just now anyone can go online.
Self-published.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
I
It's
still say, is there have they destroyed all the barriers to truth and information?
I would
seems
argue
kind of like
yes.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say so because you can really go online and you can be an expert in anything.
There's a
There's no
documentary that I saw.
libelness. Is that what it says?
Truth is an absolute defense, but as far as that goes, the exception to the rule is freedom of speech. Like, unless you yell fire in a crowded theater, like there's very few exceptions to that rule.
They're like,
So
I had a
it's libel
lighter.
and slander, but it's like there's not a lot you can. Freedom of speech trumps most of them, like almost all of it.
You don't say that.
He
said it.
Culture.
Right? Yeah. So, but I saw this documentary. Oh man, I wish I could think of the name of it.
The P. Diddy documentary?
The Selena?
It was a guy who ran an experiment, and he was just some dude. He started it by recording everything. He basically said, "I'm going to run an experiment on how people can easily be influenced." So he made up a website, made himself this expert on, I think it was some kind of vaccine, and had all these people come on who were not doctors, claim they were doctors, and all this stuff, and it just got viral, and people started believing it, and then he was like, "Hey, none of this is real."
Yeah.
From the start, I wanted you guys to see how easily influenced you could be.
Well, the whole thing with a doctor that came out with vaccines cause autism. He came out and he said, "I made it up.
Yeah.
It's a farce."
That's
And yet still what is his name? The Surgeon
We're
General?
done.
No, he's not Surgeon.
RFK.
RFK. What is his
Jr.
title?
RFK.
Is it yeah. Mr. Brainworm himself believes that. And is touting that bullcorn.
Well,
That's pretty good.
he brings up some good points. Like, people, again, the pendulum. There's some things that I agree with him.
I agree.
I think
Health wise, sure. Not
Like
health
what?
wise, but like lifestyle.
he's
What did he
promoting
say?
a healthier lifestyle,
Right.
which I'm not mad about.
I'm okay with that.
But let's
Without-
talk,
Preservatives,
What-
additives, things
let's
without-
like that.
without-
let's talk about
vaccines?
what really happened.
He's anti-vax.
I don't
not
think he's
saying-
anti. I don't think
He
he's
said that.
anti-vax. Well,
He said that.
I have a theory on what really happened.
He said that. He said vaccines cause autism.
He said he thinks there's data that shows that vaccines cause autism.
There's none.
Correct. I
So
agree with you
as-
there.
From his
Same,
title,
but
from
then
his
they did that-
position, he
but
shouldn't say such an asinine
shouldn't.
statement.
He should.
There's
And
a lot
that's
of
why
people in
we're.
position that shouldn't be saying things. But
Agreed. I'm just saying, if the
I mean,
objective
President
is-
Trump at one point said
We don't
maybe we
speak
should
of-
use. Everyone should figure out how to drink Clorox bleach
Correct.
to
Yeah,
get rid of
true.
COVID.
Get
So
rid of COVID.
sometimes it's
shine light in your
important.
ass to get rid of. Yeah. Come on, man.
so what's your theory?
My theory is he came in and he wanted to clean up, which is probably the biggest issue in this country, and that's our food sources.
Right.
Agreed.
Everyone knows it,
Agreed.
but he realized the mountain he was trying to climb, he was never
wasn't
going to
gonna
win.
make it.
He wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
And so
He had to
he
pivot.
had to pick something. And what's the weakest thing? Doctors, unfortunately, have this mentality that we're physicians. We go by the evidence. We're always going to be taking care of people. Are always going to listen to us. Or, because that's the way medicine used to be. Your doctor told you something, you believed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You trust them.
And you trusted.
Should you not?
trusted him.
Should you not trust your doctor?
He's still going.
Two people.
Let
Two
him
people
finish.
you don't.
finish.
Two
Let him
people.
finish.
Two people
Okay,
you don't
let him
lie to.
finish his thought.
Your doctor and your attorney, right? Two people you don't lie to,
Yeah,
right?
you shouldn't lie to. That is very true. But I think now I lost my train of thought.
See?
No, your theory. So
Your theory.
So he pivoted.
He pivoted, and the easiest thing to attack was medicine, was physicians, and so that's where he's kind of hyped on this because he wasn't able. He realized the mountain. He was never going to win that one against food, and that's probably the primary cause of a lot of the issues
all of
we
them.
have.
All of them.
You know, well, some's genetics. I mean,
Well,
genetics.
yeah,
are always
genetics. Sure.
there.
I never heard him say anything about Monsanto.
About what?
Monsanto.
Monsanto.
What's
It's the conglomerate who pretty much regulate or has all food Roundup,
Oh,
pretty much
And
ConAgra,
and
all
they
those companies. Yeah.
spray all that junk on
Yeah.
all of the
well,
food.
look,
that
he tried
we
to go
eat.
after Coca-Cola with the fructose. I'm gonna get rid of all diet, all fruit. Diet is one of the worst things. Or sucrose?
High fructose
Yeah,
corn
high
syrup. Is
fructose.
that supposed to be bad all of a sudden?
Horrible,
Yes.
horrible.
I mean, it's corn
Horrible.
syrup, right? Corn syrup.
Yeah, it's just But
He's like,
corn
"Syrup's bad?"
industry
Stay
relies.
away from
The corn
corn.
industry
I hope
relies
syrup
on
ain't
that.
bad because I'm feeding them kids.
Yeah.
So I think he had to pick something, and he picked the lowest hanging fruit to go attack, and that's medicine.
It's
Makes
wild.
sense.
That
It-
medicine
coming-
is
coming
the
off-
lowest one. It's wild.
I mean,
that it
That's
is.
where we are right now.
You'd think
Yeah.
that pharma.
And that's what's so going back to what frustrates me about my field
Can't
right
be
now.
pharma.
no, but it's. I mean, it's.
I never heard
It's
anything about
borderline egregious how much they charge for certain medications. It's
Correct.
Every single commercial that comes on with a new condition that I'd never heard of that they keep developing a drug
And
for,
100,000
pill
side
for.
effects.
side effects.
Yeah.
You could take this
So-
to fix your finger.
Yeah.
You're gonna have diarrhea,
You
erectile
already have diarrhea.
dysfunction,
You already have that too.
yeah, losing hair.
You got that too.
What the fuck am I taking?
Yeah. I already take that.
You taking Ray Madeira's.
So
But no, yeah, I get it. It's weird because I think you're right, Lou. Like the parallels are shocking in a way, but it's weird because you're kind of handcuffed by a lot of the things that these insurance companies dictate. And
absolutely,
It's unfortunate.
absolutely, yeah.
we're gonna move on to greener pasture.
Let's do
Talk
that.
about sports.
Sports.
So big weekend.
Ah, damn you, David.
Oh, let's talk about yesterday first.
No,
That
let's
was the
not.
start
Let's
of the
not. Let's
week.
move on.
Oh, yeah, Thursday
Yeah,
night
We're gonna
football.
be
Thursday
moving
night.
How
on.
about them boys?
Yeah, how about them boys, right?
And Cowboys fan
Yeah,
right here.
huge.
Oh, you could already tell by
Shocker,
the
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we lost. Let's move on.
As he takes a big drink.
I say Johnny's forehead vein was about to explode.
Yeah.
I,
He has a picture of Johnny when he's watching the game and they're losing. You just see the big old vein right here.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that picture.
Yeah.
So Vince asked me what I've thought about the game. I said I don't think that the Cowboys they could have played better, but it was nowhere near, in my opinion, a shit to bed performance by
No.
the Cowboys.
No, it wasn't.
And they have had
It wasn't.
horrible performances this year.
I mean, if you really look at it,
I thought the Lions
coming-
just came in. They were excited. They were hyped, and they played the best game they could have played, given that they had half their team
well,
missing.
what the Cowboys got hot, their defense started playing well, right? But what had been the problem for the first
Defense.
defense? And last night, what was the problem?
Came back.
Defense.
Well, let me say.
44 points.
Well, again.
What was the score?
No, it was 37.
44 to 30.
No, 44-30.
44 30.
Okay.
Okay.
But y'all are being too critical. I turned the game
No
off.
one's being critical. They're just
I turned the game off at
score.
37.
Don't get upset, Ray.
I walked
Don't
out
get
at
upset.
37.
Don't get
I turned the whole
upset.
TV off once they scored that. Once I saw the last pass that they were able to
Yeah.
keep the ball moving, I just turned the TV off because
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna come back from that. But I will say this: there were situations that you can't put your defense in and then think that it's the defense's fault. When they got the a potential safety, then they were to punt, but you punt it only to like the 40, then they're gonna run it back in on you. Then you
Yeah, but
throw,
your
you
offense-
come back in and you get the ball and you throw a
But in
touchdown,
but in the
an interception.
NFL
But in the NFL, your offense is scoring 30 points.
No. But
You
again,
should.
You're gonna win.
You
Probably
should
9 out of
win.
10
Yeah.
times
Again,
you're gonna win.
again,
If
I'm
you
gonna
score
say-
30 points in the NFL,
should, but again, you
Fight.
can't.
We can't.
The defense.
We can't.
The
Texas
defense.
can't.
The defense.
yeah, I wish the Texans would just score 20 points
Yeah,
one week. That
right.
would be
Yeah.
nice.
The
Like,
defense was put in some very, very bad situations where they had to fight a short field with no rest, and then you're acting like it's the defense fault. There was a pick six, right?
no.
No, what was it? It was a pick inside of the 5.
What game were you on?
Yeah,
What was it? Right out of the
It
field.
was about the 15.
Okay, it's a 15, and then you put the defense on the field
And
at the.
expect them to.
You want them to stop them from scoring anything, right?
But
That's their
that
job.
happens in the game. Yeah.
It's a.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to help you understand that.
It was
The
not-
Help
defense
us
was put in
understand.
defense was put in some bad positions. To say
Sure.
it was a completely
Absolutely.
defensive failure.
No, we
It
didn't say
wasn't.
that.
say
I'm
that.
not saying it was
We're
a
just saying you
failure.
have
I'm
problems.
saying that's where the problems were, and
In
it
the-
reared
in
its
the
head
beginning.
again.
Yes.
And
Sure.
that's why they went from. I think they were one of the hottest teams,
Right.
and everyone was like, "Oh shoot, they're about to go on a run."
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Well, that
There's
But
still a
they were-
chance.
I don't
Right,
think I
there's
like the
still a
laughter
chance.
around him. Okay, can we get to college
Dak
football?
looked like MVP.
Yeah.
You know, they were scoring points like it was. He was just tossing in the
call
backyard
it-
over there. You know.
They called a pass interference, which was complete horse shit on the tight end.
Yeah. They
You know,
did.
it was a
That was a
Hashtag
bad
NFL
call.
refs.
Yeah. You saw that. That was some bullcorn.
It's a
right?
bad call.
It was a bad
I'll give
call.
you that.
Thank you.
Okay.
that.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Let-
R.I.P.
Let's move on to the college bowl games.
Okay, let's get it.
So
It's not bowl
or, I'm
games
sorry,
yet.
championship games.
Championship games. Championship.
I'm gonna throw out a little curveball for you, because one of these teams is gonna go to the playoffs. North Texas, 11-1, or Tulane, 10-2,
So whoever wins is going.
is gonna go.
Tulane.
They-
It's gonna go
Tulane lost their
with
coach,
an
right?
at-large bid. Yeah,
They're gonna go to where?
Tulane.
Did they?
They're gonna
Didn't
go
he
to
go to Florida?
Oh,
No.
I think you're.
that I don't know.
I think
There's a lot of
Tulane's
different
Oh, there's
coaches.
a lot of-
Yeah.
Somebody look it up real
You're
quick.
thinking
Where
about
did-
Lane.
Where
Lane
did
Kiffin.
Tulane's coach
No,
go?
Lane Kiffin went to LSU.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't left yet, has he?
Yes.
He accepted? Oh.
They won't let him coach.
And
in
he's
that
going to
Where
last-
you
the
been?
championship. Yeah.
I didn't see that he accepted it. They were talking about it.
No, he accepted it.
Last week.
and they won't let him coach the last game.
Oh, I wouldn't let him coach either. You don't.
So North
You
Texas
wouldn't
is
either,
favored.
David.
I'm
Well,
going to go North
we
Texas.
gotta go back.
True
I think
story.
this is a more interesting topic.
The Cowboys.
No,
Oh.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
That is
There
wild.
has
And
been
why-
something soured in.
Well, yeah,
I
you're
think-
going to your arch rival.
Yeah.
but
No, but
It's like
it's been brewing for what? A month, 2 months? Like
Everybody
they've been
knew that.
How
taught.
does
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin keep getting jobs? It's like the.
Lane
They're
Kiffin.
winning.
He
They're,
wins.
they're
He
in
doesn't. He
the.
hasn't won a national title.
I
No,
mean,
but
but he wins.
It's a winning season.
Florida, right?
So,
Yeah.
so Tulane. Oh,
Yeah. So in the North Texas coach, did he go anywhere?
I think he committed.
Did he go to Oklahoma State?
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah, right.
really?
I think so.
Do I remember you?
North
Did
Texas
you go to
is
South
11-1.
Carolina?
I went to South Carolina. Don't remind me.
Oh,
Don't
okay, my bad.
remind
My bad.
me.
No.
Where y'all seeing the brackets?
That's where I went to medical school.
And
Yeah.
Tulane is 10-2. So
American Championship.
I'm going to take North Texas.
I have
I don't
no
know
idea.
anything about
I
them.
have no idea.
I'm gonna go North Texas. North Texas is
Proximity?
favored by 2.5, just because they're in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
North Texas. What?
Proximity.
Proximity. Well,
Tulane-
Tulane's in
Over-
New Orleans.
Over
New
under
Orleans?
is
The East,
67.
so-
Tulane is in
points.
New Orleans. Yeah.
No defense going to be played.
Yeah,
huh?
over under is 67 points.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
gosh.
Jesus Christ.
That was like the Dallas Detroit game. Man.
They're saying UNT, but -3 at Tulane. They're saying it's a break even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
It's a pick 'em.
What is your rule?
Yeah.
No, it's
Minus-
that we have debunked that rule
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
We've
not-
Where's the
been-
game?
It's
Where's the
Nest
game being
rule
played?
in Tulane?
in Tulane.
Oh, it's not at a.
I mean, but
It's-
Texas.
Asif,
Huh?
who
It
do you
said-
choose?
It says in Tulane. So
Are you sure?
I mean, no, I'm
In
not
New
sure.
Orleans?
No, it says
Hold
Tulane.
on.
It says Tulane is home. That doesn't mean to say
Yeah,
that-
where
maybe
they-
it's,
Oh,
maybe it's a neutral
it's
site.
at
It's
a-
a
I don't even know.
neutral
It's gotta
site.
be a neutral site. Yeah. I
Texas
don't know where
Stadium,
it's at.
probably.
Okay, then.
You think so? Arlington?
Maybe it's too close for.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You know there's Google, right? Y'all
Yeah.
can just look.
Oh,
it
in
up.
New
looking.
Orleans,
New
Same
Orleans.
thing.
Gilman Stadium.
Same thing.
But that's Tulane.
That's Tulane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to. I don't
I'm
know
gonna go
anything about
Tulane.
either team,
Nah.
but I'm gonna go Tulane.
I'm gonna
just-
go
Okay.
UNT.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give me UNT because I don't want it to be a lock. So if we all agree,
I'm North
it'll
Texas,
be
too.
it'll be a lock,
It'll be a lock.
and
a
then
lock
we'll
for
end
the
up
week.
betting
Yeah.
on it. Right?
Yeah,
It'll be
so-
the thing we play.
Next one we have is 11-1 BYU at 11-1 Texas Tech. Texas Tech is favored by 12.5
Yeah.
points
I'm a
This is
Tech.
gonna be a blowout.
in Arlington.
I think
This is
it's
gonna be a
Tech.
blowout.
So,
Why
Texas
you think it's
Tech
Why do you
bought-
think it's a blowout?
Bought.
Texas Tech bought one of the best rosters in the
They
nation.
did.
Yeah.
They really did.
They spent some oil money.
Yeah. They
No,
really
we
did.
did.
They spent some oil.
They got some
They
rich.
spent
I thought-
one man's oil
Texas
money.
gold.
I thought we
Yeah.
weren't.
That's all it
I thought we
takes?
weren't
Yeah.
doing conspiracy theories.
I think this whole
Conspiracy.
podcast has been one conspiracy theory.
Yeah, Tech. I
But
think,
with the points,
I don't know about
I don't
12
know.
and
I
a
was
half.
taking money
two
line.
touchdowns.
Oh, we're doing.
You're
Point,
saying-
yeah, I'm gonna
you're
do
saying-
the points too.
Ooh.
It could-
12 and a half
Damn.
points.
I'm gonna do the points too.
I'm gonna follow Asif,
I
'cause-
think this is gonna be a blowout.
I'll go with that.
Blowout.
That's gonna make.
In Arlington?
Now, if
What
I
is
was betting it, I would buy down to 10,
I buy that at 10.
10 or 11. I would buy down to 10 or
You
11
can only buy
bucks.
2, so
Because
at best.
somebody's going to get a garbage touchdown at the end, and
Yeah.
it's going to go from a 21, 28, whatever, 24 point, and then all of a sudden you're sweating.
it's
Yeah.
it's 50 points.
But I don't think it's going to be close.
over
I
and
guess
under
that's
50.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
over under is 50. So that's 25.
Yeah. At
points
the
each.
end, it's gonna be like 30 to 14, and then
think-
maybe
Yeah.
they get.
They get a little, a little last one in the end,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you ruin your.
Who has BYU played? They beat somebody.
That I
They're
don't
in the
know.
Big 12, so they played Big 12 teams.
Okay. Who are you going?
I mean, same ones Texas Tech's played.
I'm going
Yeah.
Tech.
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 with the points.
I
just
would
have
say,
to
I'm gonna
choose
say
the
money
team.
line.
I'm saying money line.
I want to understand.
I
what
would
you're saying,
have bought
because
the
again, it
points down to
depends
10 too.
Yeah, I would have
So,
bought down the points.
yeah.
Tech's already beat them this season, but
BYU?
What was the score?
29-7.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Give me Tech with the points.
Information.
Okay.
My nephew plays for Tech.
Does he?
Oh.
Shout out.
And you didn't pick him right away?
I know.
So I knew
so
they were going to
rude.
win. It's the points. It's the
Zero
points.
loyalty.
It's the
I
points
know.
I'm discussing. I never discussed whether
So
or not
you're
they would
loyal
win.
to your Cowboys, but when it
Yeah.
comes to family,
Yeah.
it's a different
It's
story.
It's the point.
Yeah.
I'm not even loyal to the Cowboys by points.
Hashtag Latravius Medeiros.
Right. Exactly.
Next game, good game. Georgia at
Georgia.
Alabama
Well, it's in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
SEC champ, bro.
Georgia is favored by 2.5.
And Alabama's beaten Georgia this year, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's going to be a hell of a game.
That's gonna be a good
That's
game.
gonna be a good
game.
That's going to be a hell of a game.
All of the announcers are saying that even though Alabama's number 9, that no matter what will happen, they will put them in the
Oh,
Well, they
Alabama
say that
always
these
makes
bowl
it,
games
right?
in the playoffs.
really they
Whether or not they
shouldn't
win or
matter.
lose,
games?
Don't- yeah,
they
are
will
those
make
championship
the
games.
playoffs.
Really?
That's what they're
Do
saying.
you think they should matter, or do they matter as far as the playoff goes?
The committee chooses, and they're
That's
saying
No, I know
but he's
that, but I'm
asking,
like, do
should
they-
it matter?
But does
Should the
I
bowl
think
game
I think
matter?
it should matter for seeding.
Okay.
but they should be locked in at this point.
So you're saying
But no one knows.
Nobody knows.
you're saying the fact that they are just playing in the championship
Yes.
should put them in the playoffs.
No.
No,
They're
they're
ranking.
already ranked in the top,
top
They
12.
should already
the
rank.
top 12.
They should already choose before these games,
So
and that who the winners base the seeding. Of.
'Cause so like for example, let's say Alabama loses, right?
yeah, that's Texas getting it.
That'll make
Texas
them.
get it.
That'll make them 10-3.
Right. Then they're the same as Texas.
Yep.
In Texas, I mean, if you really think about it, they went out and played Ohio State first game of the season. Freshman quarterback barely lost.
Yeah.
And then they beat A&M.
Yes.
A&M is, I think they're overhyped.
I think so too. But who's the other? They
I think
won
they're
3
I don't know what
against
overhyped is. Either you win in the
Vanderbilt.
SEC or you don't.
Oh my god.
Vanderbilt.
Well,
Wasn't
You're
the top
on
but-
one.
team,
You
was
okay?
it?
but
You need a
Who
hug?
have you played
Missouri?
matters
Missouri?
too, right?
Cowboys got beat.
They played
Fuck
Missouri?
the SEC, son.
Who you played matters too.
Yeah.
They were in the SEC,
I
the same
gotta
teams
run.
that
So what do
No,
you
but there's
think?
different
You gotta go
levels.
already?
Did they play Georgia?
okay.
Did Texas A&M play Georgia?
Yeah,
No.
they did not.
No.
No, they have not. They've not played them.
Did they play
They're
Georgia?
in the SEC.
Yeah. You don't
haven't
play.
played
You don't
them
play. There's 16 teams in the SEC.
So they don't
You only
play.
play 8 conference
Yeah, oh,
I
games.
see what
So
you're saying.
half the teams you don't play. So the strength of your schedule matters.
I think Georgia's going to win. Close game.
I think Georgia wins too.
I think so. Home field advantage.
I think it's a close game. I just think Alabama, they're winning, but they're not winning convincingly.
I agree.
They're like, they pull it out at the end.
I think they're.
They
a
should have
great
lost it.
team.
They should have lost to South Carolina.
Yeah.
They should. Auburn gave them all they could handle,
Auburn did do. They came down to that.
and
one last
Auburn
play.
doesn't even have a coach, and they
Yeah.
did that. So I just think there's talent on Alabama, but people just think Alabama because of Nick Saban. Oh, they're gonna roll.
Yeah.
It's not
Versus
the
I
same
think,
team.
right? I think Georgia, they've got a complete team.
Yeah.
Auburn did give them all. It was a fantastic game. I was
Yeah.
riveted watching the thing. I'm gonna go with you all. I'm gonna go Georgia.
Okay.
No, the lock is in.
It's a lock. Yeah.
All right.
Is that the last one?
No, last one's the best one, I think. Indiana, number two.
Against
Against Ohio State. Number 1. Ohio State is favored by 4 points.
Give me Ohio State. They win.
I would have thought that. I would have thought Ohio State was going to win by more than that, honestly. But
So Ohio State has the better talent.
Yeah.
Indiana has the better coach.
Yeah.
So what matters more?
Where are they?
That's what
At
it
Ohio?
comes down to.
it's going to
It's
be
going to be in probably Indianapolis.
A dome?
Lucas Oil. Yeah,
Yeah,
Indy,
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I think that gives Indiana a better chance.
Well, this is semi-distance.
Never-
It's the same thing, is it not?
What are they ranked? 2?
2, 1 and 2.
One versus 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game.
I'm gonna go Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana?
Yeah.
I'm going Ohio. Are you taking? Are you saying? Are you saying Indiana to just to win?
What's the-
outright?
what's
Just to win
spread?
outright.
Or
Money line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know why. I don't have any reason for it. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna say Indiana straight up.
really?
Same. I have no.
That coach just wins.
He just wins wherever he
Hey,
is.
man, a leader of men and
I mean, look what he
motivators,
did
and they
in
can
his
get people to
first
play.
And they
last
haven't. They
year.
didn't play this year.
Yeah.
Assuming they didn't play this year.
Is it pretty much the same squad? I mean, I don't know if it's the same quarterback because they got
Different
the
quarterback.
What's
Is
the
it?
different?
Than
Because
last year?
the
Than
quarterback
year.
now
He's
He's
this
a
is his first
Heisman
year. This is his first year.
candidate,
Yeah.
all right?
What's his name?
Fernandez. or
Fernandez?
something? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you've
so.
got to definitely pick Indiana. after that.
All right, moving on to
He's
football.
like, all right, let's get out of that one.
But yeah,
Before they tell me
Who did
speak
you go with?
Spanish on the
I said Ohio State
Monday?
covering.
I'm with you. Ohio State
I
covering.
think Ohio State covering.
I'll buy it down to 3, but
So I got 3 games for the NFL. The Colts versus the Jaguars.
That's a good one.
Colts are 8-4. Jaguars are 8-4.
And I want them to tie, actually.
Colts are
you
favored.
want them both to lose.
Yeah.
Colts are favored in Jacksonville by 1.5.
I got Jaguars.
I think Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yeah. I think the Jaguars, too. I think
the Colts were hot, and I think they're coming back to reality.
There we
Yeah.
go.
they peaked at the wrong time.
Yeah.
First half of the
I
season.
agree. Jaguars.
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 Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we got our parlay going.
Yeah. Got our 2-game parlay locked. Next one, Bears 9-3 versus the Packers 8-3-1
Ooh, that's a hell of a game too.
in Lambeau.
I know what I'm
Pat-
doing all weekend this weekend. I'm gonna like
Veg
go to the
out.
grocery store and hibernate. I mean, there's no reason to leave the house this
I
weekend.
know. Packers are favored by 6.5 points.
Packers
Damn.
favored
Right.
by almost a touchdown.
On the Bears.
I don't like that. I would say Bears. Bears covering. That's
Bears
my
covering.
I
pick.
mean,
Bears cover.
again, it's one of those Packers have more talent. I think the Bears have the better coach.
Yeah.
The Bears are
Bears coach is
Bears-
legit.
Bears.
He's the old
Ben Johnson,
Ben Johnson, yeah.
old Detroit
Detroit, yeah.
offensive coordinator.
They can win games when they should not be. So yes, I agree. I'm gonna.
Could you
go.
imagine Detroit if they had their offensive coordinator still? Because they got Indianapolis coach that was the Philly guy, I think.
Bears
I guess
cover?
no, the old the Bears coach is good, yeah. It's Aaron Glenn is the Jets coach. Never mind.
I'm with David. Bears covering
It's 7.
6.5.
6.5. Basically,
That's a big spread in the
It
NFL.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Bears covering too.
Bears cover.
It's gonna be
Packers
cold.
Got
Yeah.
3-game parlay.
It's gonna be
Win.
cold.
Bears cover.
And I think I might
Packers
take
win.
the unders. What's the
There you go.
unders?
Yeah.
I agree.
Bears
I
cover,
agree.
but Packers are going to win.
Especially if it's like snowing.
We have
or-
the Sunday night game.
Uh-huh.
Texans 7-5 against the Chiefs.
nervous.
6-6. The Chiefs are favored by 3.5, so they think they're going to win.
Let's
by-
hear that. Let's hear your heart, baby. Y'all want to talk about everybody being a fan? Let's hear it.
You know, I don't
Come
like
on,
not
y'all got a
not
bunch of-
talking with my heart. I just think that the Texans defense is one of the best we've seen in a couple of years.
Agreed.
I think the Texans will cover
What's the spread again?
3.5 points. They have played 5 one-score games this year, so I think this is gonna be another one-score game. I think the Texans will cover. I don't know if they're gonna win, but I think they'll cover.
So
safe bet.
what's the spread?
3.5.
points.
Kansas City.
Money line or spread?
No, I'm saying 3.5 to the
Kansas City. Sorry,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I think the Texans are going to struggle to keep up with, even though they have number 1 defense. Primetime game.
I think Kansas
Kansas
City has
City,
a better coach.
Mahomes.
better coach again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better coach.
I mean, well, at a, offensive play caller. I feel
Yeah.
like because I feel like
Harsh.
we're not
We haven't figured
creative
it out.
enough.
No, we haven't
Yeah.
figured
you
it out
know?
on offense.
And I think Stroud's still.
So I think, as much as it kills me to say this, Kansas City, straight up and
Covering.
covering.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna say Texans covering.
Right.
Is that gives me both ways?
Now, one way to look at
What's
it
the-
is
what's the-
one way to look
That
at
means
it
we could
is,
still
and this is
win.
the Nestor
We could still
logic, right? 3 points is home field advantage.
Correct.
So there's already Vegas is saying it's a wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kansas City is the bigger name,
Yep.
For sure.
so bettors are automatically gonna
Yeah.
I agree.
start
I agree.
putting money on Kansas,
Kansas
City.
City.
So
And bright lights,
Vegas
who's
is
been there?
begging you
To take Kansas City.
Yeah.
to take Kansas City, which means they know Texans are gonna cover.
I hope you're right.
Has anybody said Kansas City here?
Yeah, we
did.
all have. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go Kansas City. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
want it to. I don't want it to be a
No.
lock. I want.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna take it off the table.
I just
for a
don't know
lock.
if we're ready for prime time yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We won Thursday night against Buffalo.
That was an ugly game, though.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
That was
though.
with Davis
You're
Mills.
right. You're right.
That's
you're
a
right.
good point.
The problem is
That's a
they're
good
It was
point.
at home though.
25 points.
Yeah.
You clearly have to.
I know,
score
we-
more
You know
than
what?
three
You know,
touchdowns.
If we have to
I'm
score-
changing mine.
Yeah?
I've talked myself out of. I'm going with the Vegas logic. Vegas is begging you to take Kansas City.
Yeah. Well, like Kelly said,
Texans
like
gonna
we have a problem scoring touchdowns,
Yeah.
and that needs to change. We just need to convert one more of those field goals into a touchdown.
win. Correct.
I would love more, but at least one more of those and not attempting it. And I think there's times when D'Amico's like aggressive, and then he gets uber conservative.
I think he's aggressive at the wrong times.
He's like
Well,
he
you
has
got to
to pick and
remember he's a
choose.
defensive coach.
Yeah.
I understand.
So a mentality of a defensive coach is different than the mentality of an offensive coach.
Yeah,
Right?
my defense.
It's the
can
difference
stop
of a
them.
plaintiff's attorney versus a defense attorney, right? There's a
Good way to
difference
put it.
in
No,
your
I agree.
mentality of
I
how you attack
completely- yeah.
the same case.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Ooh, never
I
thought
have
of it
my
like that.
curveball for the week. Basketball.
Oh God! Has
Tonight-
anyone watched basketball yet?
Tonight we have
He's
the
never
Suns playing the Rockets.
You know, we got to get. We gotta all go
In
to a game
Houston.
together.
Yeah.
We do have to go to a game.
Yeah.
So Houston is favored by 11.5 points
Against the Suns?
against the Suns. The Suns have lost 9.
No,
Suns
but
are 13-9. The Rockets are 14-5.
but the Suns are on a little bit of a. They're peaking right now.
I think the Suns are going to cover that. The 11.5
So-
points. The over/under is 220.
So Durant's
Yeah.
old team is coming home. Is Durant playing?
Yeah. I mean, he played.
But also
last
Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, who we sent to the Suns, are coming back here.
11.5
But they
is a lot of
just
points.
won
I
last
know,
night
it's
by
a
like,
lot.
by like
What's the Suns' record?
20 points.
13-9.
And
they're
ours
not
is
bad.
what?
14 and 5.
14-5.
So somebody must be out. Somebody's not playing tonight.
Yeah. So I think
There's
Suns
something
covering.
missing. There's definitely a hole. I wouldn't think the Suns. I think the Suns should cover, especially if the main star. What's the little guy's name?
Devin Booker.
Yeah, if he's playing, then they should be okay. I watched Brooks ball out the other day.
Dylan
Against the
Brooks.
Lakers?
Man, like he was unstoppable, and I hate that guy, but he was killing it the other day.
There's something about LeBron that brings out
Yeah, I was
a
going to say
different
he
side of him.
hates LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't know
fires
if
him up.
LeBron fucked his.
Something happened.
Something happened.
He's got an inner beef. He's got an inner beef towards this guy.
So would you say covering?
Yeah, I think the Suns should cover.
Rockets money line.
Yeah, Rockets are
pick.
gonna win.
Easy pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suns cover the spread.
Yeah, I agree.
Something's not making sense.
Who covers?
Though I did watch.
Durant?
I haven't watched any basketball this year, but I watched a little bit of the Rockets on Wednesday night.
I was at that game.
Yeah,
They looked so sloppy the first half.
yeah, but the second half, man, did they look? I didn't make it for the first
By
half.
25.
I didn't get into my
I
seats
saw
until
you
the
across
third.
I saw you over there.
I didn't make it to the seats till third quarter, but I looked. I was like, "Damn, it's tied at halftime."
Laura was
or-
like, I think Asif's here. I was like, where? And I looked at the seats that I thought you used to have.
"Yeah,
And I was like, oh, he's not there anymore. So
yeah,
she was
yeah."
like,
No,
think
I
he's
gave
over
my
there.
seats away, but but yeah,
Well,
I'm hard to miss, right?
yeah. Right. Asif,
There aren't many 6'2" brown boys walking around the
Yeah,
streets.
right.
brother, thank you for coming on, man. I
No,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I enjoyed it.
It's a blast. That concludes another episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Very nice meeting you.